Hi again, everybody. It's Nigel here, and I'm in this beautiful mosque in Haifa in Israel with my friend Muad, who came to the International Shalom Festival on behalf of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. Muad, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay. Can you tell us something about this mosque that we're in at the moment?
You are in the mosque of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Haifa, Israel. This is a congregation was established in 1889 in India by the founder. His name is Mirza Ghulam Ahmad in the city of Qadian in Punjab, which congregation that in our site we bring the true Islamic teaching to people. We see that today we are, in a sense, kind of in a troubling time. I think people today are suffering from wrong interpretation of Holy Scriptures, and I think that the Ahmadiyya Muslim community trying our best to promote the true Islamic teaching today.
Thank you very much. And when I was here last time, you were kind enough to invite me along to an interfaith panel where there were representatives of different religions, and you guys work together here in Haifa, don't you?
Absolutely. I think Haifa is one of the cities and unique places, for people just and we have a natural way of coexist, a natural way to exist itself without coexistence. And I think Haifa, we have this model that we've been for a long time, that people get together and people from different faith groups and to get to talk with each other. With not the essence, not to show who's right, who's wrong, just to show let's come and know each other. That's the essence of what we do in this interfaith panels and discussions.
And you were born here?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Haifa.
So you're an Israeli?
In a sense, I'm a Palestinian. I live in Israel. I have Israeli citizenship, yes, but originally we're Palestinian people.
So the idea of identity is still an issue for many people who live here, isn't it?
Absolutely.
That's right. So you can be a Palestinian Israeli.
It depends how you define Israeli. Define what Israeli is.
Good. Well, how would you define it, Muad? I'm really interested to hear that.
I think I define myself as a Palestinian. I live in Israel. I'm Israeli citizenship. That's who I am. I live in this place.
And what we have to do, from what you've said, is to listen, isn't it, to what people say and accept how they identify themselves. And one thing I remember, you might remember this, at the Shalom Festival, is when we had my friend Riyad, who is a Palestinian, and for the first time, I think in my life, I thought to myself, there's somebody who uses a certain language to identify himself, and because I love him, I've got to accept that language and not judge the language, but listen to what he says first. And that fits in, doesn't it, with what you're working towards here in terms of peace.
And I think that's the essence of if I want to resolve conflicts, if I want to create something, understanding between people who are in conflict, the method that we talk about, in my practice and what I work is called LTAs: listen, think, act. And I think in order to create peace and create, resolving conflict, have to listen to each other. And I think when listen to my story, to my narrative, and then I can listen to other people's, story, and we have to not to hear, is to listen to each other. Listening is not hearing. So listening to each other, I think, create lots of. Then my reaction will be better. My action will be better action. So I think that's what happened. In this peace festival and every something called peace, we have to hear each other, and hearing each other and listening to each other, this will create something good.
And of course, as an Ahmadiyya Muslim, you believe in love for all and hatred for none.
Absolutely. This is our motto. Our motto in the Ahmadiyya Muslim community: love for all, hatred for none. Because in our mind, love can create change. Hate will never create anything good. I think if you love, and sometimes what the Quranic verse talks about, God in the Quran says, good and evil are not alike. Always repel, or always face evil with good. And the person you have enmity with, the person you have conflict with, treat him or treat her as your good friend. And in the Arabic version, ولا تستوي الحسنة ولا السيئة ادفع بالتي هي أحسن فإذا الذي بينك وبينه عداوة كأنه ولي حميم. That's the essence of Islam and the essence of what we have to promote to create peace.
What I'm hearing from you is not just interesting, it is real and full of hope. We're accepting the reality that people have different narratives and have different stories, but also the hope that together they can plan a shared future.
Absolutely. I think if we recognize and acknowledge each other's story and each other narrative, and then we can create maybe a new narrative or a mixed narrative that we can combine, everybody's narrative, and we have created like this. Now we have to go along now with this narrative and how to can live peacefully with each other.
Which is the basis of salam and shalom and peace.
Absolutely.
And of course, that's what we seek to achieve through the Shalom Festival. And for those of you still watching, we hope to bring several trips to Israel to meet Muad and others in Israel who are working together to build that shared future. And I'm sure, Muad, you would welcome politicians and religious leaders and civic leaders and anybody here to your community centre.
We're looking forward for that, waiting for everybody, and we are here waiting for you.
Bless you. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.